What's up guys, DK here with Collector's Impact, and today I have received a return order from PSA in the mail with lots of bubble wrap because there's only 4 cards in this particular order, but I'm very excited about it nonetheless. So this is a return order of PSA DNA certified Pokemon cards. I sent in a few different DNA orders, some Magic, some Pokemon, so this is the first and only Pokemon one that has been returned at this point, and I'm mildly optimistic about it, not super enthused. I highly doubt I'll get a 10 just because we know how PSA is with the 10 guys. So, but, you know, let's see how this turned out anyway. So now this is a blind reveal, and what I do here is I like to take the cards and hold them up to the camera, let the camera focus on them, and then I will look at the camera to inspect the card and everything and ignore everything else outside of my peripheral vision and everything, and that way I can see the grade right along with you guys and be surprised or salty. Alright, so let's see how this turned out, guys. Ooh, starting out strong here, I guess, maybe. You know, depends on how you want to look at it. This is a Magikarp, signed by Mitsuhiro Arita. I probably butchered the hell out of that. Arita. I'll just say Arita. And I'm probably even saying that wrong. So, anyway, this is from the Legendary Collection. It is the reverse foil version of this Magikarp. And overall, I think the card is pretty sweet. What about you guys? I mean, there's a little tiny bit of white right there. There's definitely some white down here. Oh no. Bum, 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 bum. God. Oh, we only... let's see what PSA did with this, you guys. You know, okay. It's not that bad. I was expecting like a 4. Freaking PSA 4, Auto 2. No, this is good. Near Mint 8, Auto 9. That is very acceptable for this card. That is what I would have graded it myself personally. But I've been having results all over the place when it comes to the PSA grades that I've been receiving on Pokemon. So that's good. And this gives me hope for the rest of the pack because it's at least a fair grader. All right, next up. Next up, we have a Wigglytuff that is from base set 2 of all things, also signed by Arita. So this is interesting. You can see there is a little bit of scratches. There are at least some little bit of scratching on the foil. The foil does have the famous swirl pattern though, which is nice. There's a little following for the actual swirl patterns, especially on the English cards. Base set 2 is where they did the switch over to the Japanese style of foil in the background. So up until this point, they had like the, you know, the much more prominent stars that pop out kind of situation, like in base set. But here for base set 2 and beyond, it's got the traditional Japanese style with the swirls and stuff. So yeah, I mean, the back looks pretty decent. I'm not noticing any crazy blemishes. Let's go ahead and see what they gave it, guys. Ooh. I guess you get some scratching on the foil, you're down to a 5. So that's an interesting looking one on the label, right? It's an EX5 Auto 10. They loved the autograph. They hated the card. So, man, I kind of wish it was the other way around, you know what I mean? Still, that's cool. That's all right. All right, up next... What the hell? Hey, now this is cool though. It's a first edition jungle one. So that's a slightly better card, that's for sure. It still has the scratching on the card though. Oh no. So we can see right there that the actual card has damage and or blemishes. I wouldn't necessarily call it damage, but there's blemishes. So it's not going to be a 9, probably not an 8. And knowing PSA, it's going to be like a 3. So let's see what they gave it, you guys. Oh, well, it got a slightly higher grade than the other one. It's a 6 and a 10 on the auto, and it's a first edition one from Jungle, so that's pretty cool. That's worth more, that's for sure. How much more, I don't know. And you can see, I'll show you right quick, the difference. So looking at them side by side, you can see exactly what I was talking about here with the Japanese pattern versus the old English pattern here. Very, very distinct and different foil patterns. Which one do you guys like more? I'm kind of partial to this one, believe it or not. It's not showing up on camera as well as it probably could, but it actually has a really nice 3D effect with the stars in it. When you're actually holding it in your hand in person, the stars pop off of the card really well. They look actually holographic, which is why they were called a holographic card back in 1999. Whereas these don't necessarily come off the pages, but they do sparkle more. So they both have their pluses and minuses. Alright guys, we're down to the last card. Let's see what it is. What? It's a pretty random one. You know, I sent these in like a year ago, so I kind of forgot what they even are. But there you can see it's a Kingdra, first edition from one of the Neo sets. I don't even remember which Neo set that is. Whether it's Destiny or Revelation. I think it's Revelation, but we'll find out. But yeah, all the same artist. So Arita again with this one, and you can tell right there's a black dot on the back. There's some issues here. Oh god, now I'm really worried. This isn't even foil, this is regular, so this was kind of just to throw it in there and see how it does. So let's do just that and see how it did. What? What? PSA, you guys, a freaking near mint 8 and an auto 9? This I was expecting to get destroyed on just based on looking at this card. I mean, look at this edge wear right there. That's the most noticeable edge wear on all of the cards. Plus there's a blemish on the Pokeball itself. Yeah, you can tell. I'm telling you guys, tinfoil hat time. I mean, it's just because this is not that like desired of a card that they didn't grade it as harsh as a first edition jungle Wigglytuff, or especially this reverse foil. Though this one did pretty good. It also got an 8. So I guess I can't complain too much about that, other than the fact that it definitely did not have a blemish there or an issue on the side. So yeah, either way, that's kind of anomalous. Obviously though, I can't complain that it got a higher grade than I would have anticipated. It's just pretty anomalous nonetheless. Yeah, overall I'm happy with it. That's great. Well guys, that wraps up the video for today. If you found it entertaining or helpful or inspiring or any of that kind of stuff, definitely give it a thumbs up, as it really helps with the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, whether they be PSA reveals, other grading card company reveals, just discussions in general about collectible cards and or submissions and everything in between, definitely subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you on the subscriber list. Thanks again for coming by, and I hope to see you again next time. Take care.